injured.
What?
Your Honor.
No. Did you hear about this? Talk to me. But until that time, if you drive, there will be HE double hockey sticks to pay. I'm telling you, I'm going to light you up. Do you understand? Harassers do understand that it doesn't matter what you think is threatening or harassing. I could give a rat's behind what you think is threatening or harassing. It's what she perceives. So can conduct alone violate this? If I go like this, is that threatening or harassing? Daniel Alvarez. Mr. Alvarez, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and/or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
So Judge, on May 3rd, 2024, officers were dispatched to 3918 Atascocita Road, apartment 921. Regarding a family assault, law enforcement officers made contact with the complainant, who stated that the defendant had left to the other side of the apartment complex in the vehicle. Law enforcement officers searched the property and found the defendant and ID'd him by his Texas driver's license. The defendant stated that there was only a verbal argument and nothing physical occurred. The defendant was detained for continued investigation. Officers spoke with the complainant, who had visible injuries and scrapes on her left knee and busted lip. The complainant stated that she attempted to kick out the defendant for yelling at her kids. Then the defendant became angry and tried to take her phone away. When wrestling over the phone hit her lip. The defendant grabbed her right arm and threw her to the ground. The defendant stated the complainant stated it caused her pain. The complainant and the defendant have been in a dating relationship for 3 years, Your Honor, and doesn't have any priors.
I show that as a juvenile arrest, though. Do you
Any
know
prior adult history, Judge?
kind of criminal history? Does he have any assault of history as a juvenile?
I'll pull it up right now, Judge. Let me, it's just running slow for me. It's not popping up for me, Judge.
Mr. Alvarez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. So you have children with this lady, right? How many kids do you have with this person? What's the dynamic of the relationship now?
So right now my client is living with his mom after he got kicked out from
Okay.
HPD. I did talk to a complainant witness. She's the one who reached out to hire me, and she's pretty much recanting, Judge. They want some conditions that says no harassing or threatening communication. They are talking through his mom to exchange the child, and there's no court order for child support or anything. They're thinking that they're gonna come back together once this thing is all over. But he knows he doesn't want to violate any conditions whatsoever, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm ordering you now not to have any threatening or harassing contact with the complaining witness in this case. A protective order was issued on the 4th of this month for Elizabeth Cortez Pena. Understand that we take that extremely serious. One of those things you cannot threaten or harass her. Understand that it doesn't matter what you think is threatening or harassing. I could give a rat's behind what you think is threatening or harassing. It's what she perceives. So can conduct alone violate this? If I go like this, is that threatening or harassing? It most certainly is. So conduct alone can violate. So be careful. I don't know what kind of relationship you have with her, but if it's something where you're always butting heads, it's probably not a good idea to have a lot of contact with this person. Do you understand? Because if she calls the DAs or calls anyone and says that you're creating problems, you're the one that's going to go to jail, not her. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you ever have any issues, talk to counsel. You can always talk to me to work through these issues, but I'm not going to play games with you. Any violence, any kind of disturbing behavior, I will put you in jail. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the public. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So if you can file no threatening or harassing, please, and no weapons throughout the pendency of this case. You have a lawyer, stay in contact with her. She will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. I will waive your appearance so you don't have to waste your time coming back here needlessly. Don't pick up any new cases. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? Okay. I'll have you go to Victoria, sign and reset. After that, I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box. I will get your bond conditions. You'll sign it, and after that, you'll be free to go. All right? Thanks. Yes, ma'am. Please, you too. Andre Bautista?
Sir.
Mr. Bautista, you're charged with unlawful carrying a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you. I see that you also have a DWI as well. So on that one, you're facing up to 6 months in jail. We're going to do probable cause on both. Please don't say anything.
So 5/4/24, officer was parked in Harris County, Texas for an hour to study for an upcoming drug
Recognition exam. Okay.
And while studying, he observed the vehicle speed by traveling at what officer visibly estimated to be approximately 65 miles per hour, 65 to 70 miles per hour, which was in a 45 mile per hour zone. The officer's turn his marked police vehicle lights on and sirens for about 3 seconds as a warning to the driver to slow down, but didn't pursue his vehicle. Officer observed the vehicle again visually, observed the vehicle traveling about 70 miles per hour again. Radar locked vehicle at 75 miles per hour in the 45 mile per hour zone. Traffic stop. Traffic stop was initiated. Officer observed that there was a stream of dry vomit down the driver's side of the car, originating from the front driver's side window. The driver had vomit on his shirt and pants. The defendant had red, bloodshot eyes and a moderate odor of alcoholic beverage emanating from his breath. The defendant admitted he had drank 2 large margaritas and 2 shots of tequila. STs, 6 out of 6 clues, HGNs, 4 out of 8, walking turns, 2 out of 4 clues, 1 leg stand test. While inventorying his vehicle incident to arrest, officer found a Glock model 19 Gen 5, 9x19 millimeter semi-automatic pistol in the center console under the thermal armrest. The IC was red. He consented to a Brett. However, the intoxilizer gave a reading of unacceptable sample. After multiple attempts, blood warrant was signed and executed.
Got it. Mr. Bautista, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward on both of your cases. Do you have a valid Texas driver license? Do you have valid liability insurance in your name? How old are you? What do you do for a living, sir?
So far, sir.
Okay, we're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or dope, you will go to jail. You will not get any more PR bonds.
Sure.
You understand?
Sure.
You look to see if he has a license and any prior DWIs. Okay, any prior DWIs? So like I said, no alcohol, no drugs. You will be randomly tested. You will not get any more PR bonds if you test positive for alcohol and have to put you in jail or you pick up a new case. Do you understand? If you value your license, I would talk to a lawyer quick because there's a lot of timing requirements with the DWI. So don't sit and wait months because you're only hurting yourself.
Sure.
I will have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, you'll get with Janae for your bond conditions. And after that, you'll be free to go. All right, please. Mr. Carranza, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Please don't say anything.
Judge, on February 22nd of 2024, here in Harris County, Texas, officers were informed by DPS that a stolen vehicle had been located and followed by the DPS helicopter. DPS advised that defendants were seen exiting the stolen truck and then entered another vehicle on the property. Officers arrived and defendants were detained after being asked to step out of the vehicle. Inside the vehicle, officers observed in plain view a tan handgun located in between the driver's side windshield and the hood of the vehicle, with the handle facing left and within easy reach of the driver, which was the defendant. The defendant admitted that he knew the handgun was there and stated it was his. Defendant stated that he bought the vehicle for $500 and the seller stated it was stolen. Defendant admitted to knowing the vehicle was stolen. Defendant also showed officers where the keys were to the stolen vehicle, as well as the original LP.
License plate.
License plate.
Mr. Carranza, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license, sir?
Right, no, sir. Driver license, no, sir.
You are not allowed to drive. Do you understand? I'm going to have you sign an affidavit with me today promising me that you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care if your baby needs diapers, you need groceries. Okay, if you get a license and insurance, come back and talk to me. But until that time, if you drive, there will be HE double hockey sticks to pay. I'm telling you, I'm going to light you up. Do you understand? Do not drive, and no possession of weapons as well. How old are you, sir? What do you do for a living?
I do body work.
How much money? How much money do you make a month?
A month, 2,400, 3.
Who do you live with?
Hey,
Who do you live with?
no,
Are they familiar? Are they here with you today?
sir.
They know you got this felony case.
Hey,
Do they know that you have this felony case? I'm gonna have you come up here. Go out there, see if you can find yourself a lawyer. If you have any issues, come back to me. We can talk about appointing you a lawyer. But I don't want you to pick up any new cases, and above all else, do not drive. Do you understand? I'm gonna have you come up here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive. I'll get you to Victoria, where we're gonna have you sign a reset, and then we'll get you out of here, sir. Come on. You know what? Can you put no weapons on there as well? Just write it in there, please. Make underneath.
Good morning.
And you're charged with interference with duties of a public servant. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, man. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay.
This is on April 28, 2024, officers observed multiple people fighting in the parking lot of Stampede Bar located at 11925 East Tex Freeway in Harris County, Texas. Officer observed the defendant, Autumn Champagne, grab one person and throw them to the ground. While officers attempted to separate them, the defendant turned around, swung her hand, knocking off the officer's radio, slightly pushed him back. Person thrown to the ground declined to prosecute and uncooperative. Criminal history, it was a assault on a family member 2021 in Harlem City. However, that case was dismissed.
Wait. So how did she interfere? What did she do?
So-
Read it again, will you?
Well, that's what I wrote. I can tell you the facts of the case. There was a fight. There was an officer there. He was in a parking lot. There was a fight that was ensued. He entered into the fight.
The officer did.
The officer entered into the fight as she and another person was fighting and was separating, I guess, in her attempt to swing on the other person that she was fighting with. The officer interfered and the blow landed on the officer's radio. Officer acknowledged that he was not harmed or injured.
What?
Your Honor.
No. Did you hear about this on Champagne? Oh, yeah. All right, ma'am, I'm going to find no probable cause in your case. Be careful. You know, you get into a pissing match with officers. Who's going to win?
Yeah.
All right. So be careful. All right. Just hang tight and take a seat, Green, but I'll find no probable cause. Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.